the person can deploy to the concerned. Okay. So this is what exactly HTML page we started yesterday, and we have seen here some CSS, internal CSS, inline CSS, external CSS. Okay, we have even saw some JavaScript coding. Okay, we have seen some JavaScript coding using the script tag. Okay, this script tag you can use, you can write anywhere, need not be always in the header part, even in the body part, you can write it. Okay, even you can write this in the body part. In whatever order we have written, in the same order it gets loaded. Okay, what is the disadvantage of writing in the header part? Try to see here. Okay, so before we go further into those, the other day, in the last session, we were comparing actually using strict equality operator. This is called as strict equality operator. Okay, the data as well as the type must be same.
The type is both is same.
Okay, the data as well as type must be same. So in such cases, that is going to return true. Okay, so here I have created two different like objects. You can create objects something like this here. Constant TG equal to curly brackets I kept capital Hyderabad. Similarly, constant AP equal to here capital Hyderabad. So for both states, capital is Hyderabad. Still now, actually, the capital is Hyderabad only for both the states. Officially, Hyderabad is the capital city for both the states. So constant TG capital Hyderabad, constant AP capital Hyderabad. Okay. So whenever you try to print them now, console.log TG equal to AP, this is going to return false value. Okay. Even this is going to be returning here a false value. Okay. And this is going to be returning here a true value. This is going to be returning a true value for us. Because here they are not same. This is an object. This is also an object. Both of them are nothing but objects here. Okay. So TG is one object, AP is another object. They are not same. They can never be same. They are not same. In contrast to this, I try to write something like this here, where X equal to, here I put some ABC. Similarly, I put here where Y equal to, here again, ABC. What happens in such cases? Let us try to see here. Okay, I want to print here. Okay, console.log. Then here, I would like to put some underline. Then after that, I would like to compare both X and Y. Here, write console.log. You can go here and here X equals Y. I put comma here, followed by, I can write like this, X equal to Y. What it prints, see. Okay, we are going to see it. Then followed by once again, we are going to see them here. Okay, and here also we put, okay, TG equals AP. Like this we put. And here also we put TG strictly equals to AP. Like this we take and we try to print it. Here TG equal to TG, this is going to be giving true value for us. Because they are same objects. Okay. Now let us try to run this. We go onto the top here. When you say X equal to Y, it is true, it is saying here. Okay. But here, because we are saying this, X equal to Y is true, TG equals AP is false. Okay. TG strictly equals to AP is also false here. But when you say TG equal to TG, it is true here. Okay. TG can be equal to here TG. So why this is equal in this example? Because I'm declaring X equal to ABC. So what type of variable X here for us?
Yeah, okay.
It's a string type of variable. if you come to 81, x equal to ABC, we have written in the double quotes. What exactly that is? That is nothing but a string, correct?
Mhm.
So how do we write strings normally? In single quotes or in double quotes, we write strings.
Mm.
We can write strings either in the double quotes or in the single quotes. Okay. Similarly, I'm declaring here y equal to ABC. So this is also ABC. But here we have a constant value. This is nothing but a constant value. Okay. Where x equal to ABC, where y equal to ABC, we have written like this.
Mhm.
So now what happens in this case? Whenever you declare a variable like this and you are assigning a ABC constant to x, in such cases, it creates a string pool of constants. What it is exactly? It creates a string pool of constants. Okay, that means in the heap memory, heap area, it creates a string constant called ABC and assigns that to x. Next time, again, if you declare a variable y equal to ABC, what happens? Already created variable, already created constant is assigned to the y. That means what happens in this case? Both x and y are same.
Mhm.
Okay, I would like to ask one question. When you go with the, like in the C#, probably you came across these things. Okay, so I launch Notepad and I ask you, you have two types of variables, value type, other one is reference type. Correct?
Mhm.
Have you come across these things, value types as well as reference types?
Mhm.
Okay, what is value type? All primitive types can be value type. When you write int A, B, C, when you write like this, these are called as value types. But here, when you create something like a string, okay, in the C# only we create here string str. Okay, so this is what exactly it is, a reference type of variable. What is reference type? Reference type is nothing but actually pointer type of variable. Okay, it's nothing but pointer type of variable. Here, wherever you declare variable, there only you have the value. But here what happens? Variable is actually allocated in some memory area and it's going to be pointing to some other location. Okay, it's going to be pointing to some other location. So such things are called as here reference types. How you do in the pointer, same thing happens in the case of reference types. Following this, Pooja?
Mhm.
Any confusion in this or you are following it?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay, you have value type as well as reference type. I can show with the launch paint, and in the paint I show that particular thing. Diagrammatically I can show. Okay, so here I'm declaring something like, here it is int a equal to some 100 I have written.
Mhm.
Okay, when I declare like this, what happens here? I can draw some text box, some box like this. This is basically some memory location. Whenever you
Mhm.
say int A is a label given to the memory location, correct? You
Mhm.
have an address, to that address actually a name is given. Something like you take a colony. In the case of colony, there are 100 houses, 10 streets. Basically, you have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 100, you have numbers. Okay, but instead of actually referring with the numbers, we may have names there. But internally, they are nothing but numbers. You may have something like Vasant Vihar, Lakshmi Vihar, okay, or Mitra, like enclave. So like that, you may have some kind of names. So names are only for our understanding purpose. Otherwise, they are nothing but numbers only. House number 1, house number 2, house number 3, like that we can use. Or else we may say 1 by 1, 1 by 2, street number 1, house number 1, street number 1, house number 2, like that you may have. Okay, so these are actually given by us. Internally inside the computer, it is nothing but memory. So memory is actually have numbers only. Okay, so this is some address. We don't know what address, but I assume here in this case, this is something like, okay, so this is the address, something like this is an address you think. Address is how much here? 1000. Okay,
Mhm.
when you write here, for this name is what exactly? The name for this is nothing but here A.
Yeah.
Okay, but here inside this what value you have? We have 100. value inside that is 100. So A, instead of saying A, you can even say 1000 with in the 1000 location, you have a value 100. Okay, but instead of referring as 1000, we can say it as a name. This is called as identifier or variable name. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is in the case of value type. But when you go with the reference type, now here let us go with one more example. And here I want to define like, okay, so I can define like string some s. String s equal to, I write here some ABC. Like this, I'm writing. I'm declaring here a string variable s equal to ABC. So in such cases, what happens, see here, location for this can be, okay, location for this can be here, say some 5000. The location of that is nothing but 5000. Okay, and the name for this is what exactly? It is S. Name is S. Okay, and inside this, what you have exactly? You may have something like some other location that's called as 10,000. In the location S, okay, so you can say either S or you can say 5000. 5000 location name is named as here S, and in this you have an address called 10,000. Okay, now if you take this, it may point to some location. Okay, so here in that you have the value ABC.
10,000. Oh, okay.
You're going to have here ABC. Okay, so its location can be how much? Its location can be like this, so it may be some 8,000. Okay, so it can be 8,000. Sorry, 10,000 already I gave here. Already I gave 10,000. Okay, so let me cut this. Okay, so already I've given 10,000. The location for this is how much here? 10,000. Okay, in the 10,000 location, what data is contained in this? In the 10,000 location, this is containing here ABC, correct? So this is called as here reference variable. I have created S equal to ABC. Okay, similarly, I may create one more variable called P. So what I do in such cases, I can declare here one more variable. So here string P equal to again ABC I am writing. It is ABC. Okay, string P equal to ABC. So what happens? This ABC is nothing but a constant value. In the JavaScript, in the heap area, a constant value ABC is created. It is located in the 10,000. When you assign string P equal to ABC, what happens? Even this is also going to be referring to same location. Okay, we can take here this one and we name this as here. Now it is going to be some P, P, and here, so it is, its address is how much? Some, let us assume it as some 6,000. Okay, but it is going to be referring same 10,000 only in this. Even this one is also referring therefore ABC. So the variables are different, S is different, P is different, but both of them are referring actually ABC here. Both of them are referring actually the ABC, both of them are referring actually same location. So that's why both P and S are same. Because they are referring the same object, that's why they are same. So that's why it is printing here for as this one as here true. X equal to Y, when you say, it is going to print it as true for us. If you see here, you can find that X equals Y is true, it is saying there. Understood this concept, Pooja?
Yes.
Any confusion?
Can you go back to the code one once?
Here, this one.
So, when we are declaring with the var, the X and Y, and strictly I'm just saying
X location is different, Y location is different. Okay,
but
but
when we
both of them
come
are
to
referring
the
what? Same location as per the diagram here.
Okay.
ABC is located in the 10,000 location. Okay.
Mm.
But sorry, this S is containing S, you can think as X. Okay. P, you can think as Y there. So when you say S is nothing but actually in the else you have a value 10,000. That means S is referring 10,000 location. Even P is also referring actually 10,000 location. That means what? You are
They both
they
are
are referring same object only. The object is what here? ABC.
Mm.
So because of that, it is actually here true for us.
Okay, but why this TG is equal to AP not showing true?
For this one,
Yes,
these are different objects. TG is a different object, AP is a different object. They are not same. It's not looking for the
but the
value. It is
values
looking.
different objects, but the value is same, right?
No. See, that is different. Straight away, you are assigning value here. You are creating object.
Okay,
You
got you.
created object here. Okay, because of that, it is going to be in that way. You separately creating this object. I would like to show one more example for this. Whether they are equal or not, you can understand. So I
Okay.
come to this point. Now here, I write this way. Okay. S1 equal to, I write here. Okay. So prompt, there is inbuilt. Okay. Prompt I have here followed by empty. Okay. Please enter a string. Followed by, I can have here some default value. This is empty line, S1. S2 equal to again, what I do, prompt. Okay, here, once again, please enter another string. Okay, then here, go with this. Here also you assign some space. Now, I would like to enter same string into both. What happens in such cases? Let us try to see here. Console.log. Okay, S1 here. S1 equal to S2. So what you write here, S1, S2, something like this you put. Okay, what result we get? See now. Here
We
we have
didn't
constant
declare
value.
these S1 and S2 values, right? Whether they're constant or something.
Here it is constant, but here they are not constant values. Okay, here it is a constant. You are assigning a constant value. When you assign a constant value, it's going to create in the heap area, okay, a pool of constants. Again, if you try to assign same constant from the existing pool only, it's going to take, it will not create other one. But here what is happening, we are trying to create an object. Okay, so it is not always guaranteed. We may not enter same thing always here. Understood? So let us run here and see. Let me run again this. It's asking like this. Please enter a string. So I put here something like AP. Again, it says, please enter another string. I put here AP once again. Now see the result. Okay. So what it says in this case,
It's giving true.
yes, it's printing only true here. Okay, in such case, what is happening is both the data and type is same. Inside that, whatever data you have, it's going to be getting it as true only. But if I change the data in this, okay, I can go here with the like AP. The next thing here, TGIT. So now this time it's printing false.
Okay.
Okay, it's going to be actually printing, in this case, false here. Okay, so normally in this manner, you can be using this. S1 equal to S2. So when you use like this, the value and data, if they are same, in such case, what happens? They are going to be returning true. Otherwise, they'll not be returning true that way. Okay, so here I'm not putting any var S1 equal to. Straight away, I'm taking S1 equal to. Let me put here where keyword and see what happens. Where S1. Okay, then similarly, we go here where S2. So what happens now? Try to compare again this.
These calls.
Yeah, just a minute. Let us see. TG we enter. The next thing we enter AP here. I closed this because of that. So this time it says actually S1 equal to false because we entered different things. Again, we try to enter here AP. Second one also we try to enter AP. Okay, but this time it's saying here true only. That means it is checking the value. It is checking type as well as value. Both are compared in that case.
Okay.
It's compared both things. Okay. So whenever you go with this, what is happening? The type is getting changed here. TG is one type, AP is another type in this case. It is an object basically. Both of them are actually different. Value may be same, but type is different here in this example. So because of that, what is happening in this case? It is not actually returning a true value when you compare TG equal to AP. Okay. And this is prompt actually inbuilt dialog box in the JavaScript. With the help of that, you can enter data dynamically. This is actually inbuilt dialog box. You have basically three dialog boxes. One is alert, second thing is prompt, third one is actually confirm. Okay, you have three things. So one is what? Alert, second thing is confirm, third one is going to be for us the prompt. Let us look into here first alert. How alert works? See, alert. Here write sample JavaScript code. Okay, sample JavaScript code. It is going to show only OK button. You get only OK. So that means what? It is actually giving us some message. When you click on the OK, what happens? The dialog will be getting dismissed for us. Then it's going with the next one. It is going with the next one. So it is just to inform the user. Okay, it is not asking actually any kind of confirmation in that case. So just it is actually taking the, just it is actually alerting user. So this is called as an alert, inbuilt one. Whenever you want to convey some message to user, you can use the alert. It is a predefined dialog box available with the JavaScript. Understood this?
Yes.
Note down certain points, Pooja, so you can recall them. Whatever you write, that you can remember for longer time. But whatever you see, you may not remember. Whatever you write, you can remember for a longer time. Okay, so this is alert, simple JavaScript code. Here, I want to go with some confirm. In the confirmation, when we say yes, in that case, what happens? The sample, this alert can be shown, otherwise we don't show alert. Here, right. Okay, so we are going to write in this manner, if confirm. Okay, do you want to? Or else you can, do you want to show? Do you want to show alert? Like this, you give. So in such case, what happens? The alert comes, otherwise it will not come for us. So if it is returning a true value, then in that case, the sample JavaScript code comes, otherwise it will not show. This alert will not be shown. In the case of the confirm, you have two buttons. What are they? You see here in this. It's asking like this, OK and cancel.
Okay.
If you click on the OK, what happens? Alert dialog will be shown to you. Okay, earlier we have shown alert dialog. Okay, so next thing what we do? We go with the, once again we refresh page. Now if I say cancel, alert will not come. This is prompt dialog. Okay, it's prompt dialog box. We enter something, with that it's working. So here you have three types of dialog boxes. One is confirm, second thing is alert, one more thing is what? Prompt. In the case of confirm, you are going to ask whether you want to continue or not. Yes or no, you are going to enter in that case. OK, cancel. When you click on the OK, you continue with this. Otherwise, when you say cancel, it's going to be getting cancelled. Okay, cancel, you have there. So, okay, when you click on the okay button, what happens is this returns a true value. So it comes to line number 98.
Okay.
But when you go with the
So
prompt, in that
for
case,
going, it just only if we press the cancel, then it
nothing
will just
happens.
ignore the next line.
It ignores next line because you are not returning a
Only
true
the
value
one
there.
line.
Yes.
Okay.
You
So
are
if
not
I
returning
wanna
any.
skip
Yeah.
the bunch of lines, then do I need
Yes.
to put them in the square? I mean, the curly brackets or
No, curly
all the
brackets,
indentation?
when you have more than one line of code, you need to go with curly brackets.
Okay.
When there is only one line, it's not required.
Okay.
Suppose you have more and more lines, in such case, you have to go with the curly bracket.
Okay.
That is going to give you a compound statement.
Mhm.
Okay, upon actually this condition is returning true value. If you have to execute more than one statement, in such case, what you have to do, you need to go with the curly brackets.
Okay.
Otherwise, you don't go with the curly brackets. Understood that point, Pooja?
Mhm. But if there is only single line, even though I
Yes.
wanna give curly bracket, it doesn't show any error for me,
No,
right?
no error. If you want to put still,
Okay.
you can put curly bracket. But why not needed?
Okay. Okay.
But when you put curly
Not needed.
bracket like a block, it looks better.
Okay.
Like if someone is seeing your code, they can easily understand that.
Okay. Mhm.
And putting comments is very, very important, Pooja. Whenever you write any code, you need to write comments. They are very, very important. The code can be understood by somebody else also if you put comments properly. Commenting is very, very important part. Either you can do with single line comment or you can do with multi-line comment. I think the last session we have seen how to go with single line comment and how to go with multi-line comment. And
Mhm.
the commenting differs from HTML to CSS to JavaScript.
And Python.
Okay, you have different styles of commenting. In the HTML in one way we do, in the CSS in the other way we do, and when we go with the JavaScript, either you can go with single line or you can go with the multi-line comments. Okay, sometimes CSS comments and JavaScript comments are similar. Sometimes they are going to be looking similar. Okay, so here these are predefined dialog boxes. Alert is predefined, confirm is predefined, prompt is also predefined. Already they are available with the JavaScript. You have to use them. Simply you have to use them wherever they are needed.
Okay.
Understood this point?
Yes.
Okay. So one more point here. You can define a string in two different ways. Okay. Suppose I want to go here with the str1 equal to, I can write like here ABC. Okay, or else I can write here str2 equal to ABC. Both of they are same. Both of they are actually same. Either you can use single quotes or you can use multiple, double quotes.
Okay.
In the Python also you can do same thing. If you have observed Python code, either you can use single quotes or you can use double quotes. In the Python also same thing it is. Okay, str1 equal to ABC, str2 equal to ABC, like this we have written. And we are doing with the JavaScript. It's not Python, we are doing with the JavaScript here. Okay, so both of them are valid in that case. There is one more concept called template strings in the JavaScript. There is a concept called actually template strings that you can use in the JavaScript. So for that we can use backtick. You know what is backtick, Pooja? Any idea on that?
No.
There is one key just below the tilde key. You have on the keyboard escape key. Just below escape key, you have tilde.
Okay.
So there are two keys. When you use shift, you get tilde. When you don't use shift, actually you get backtick.
Okay.
Okay. Using backtick also, you can do that.
Okay. So here str is equal to double inverted commas. That will the both are not same here, right?
They are
str1 and
same. They are
str2.
same. Okay. The value, it is basically value. So these are same actually. Okay.
Just like a Python.
In the Python, how it is in the same manner here in the JavaScript.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
Either you can use single quotes or you can use double quotes. Okay, for example, here I would like to go with one more type of string here, str3. This is equal to this time I would like to use backtick.
Okay.
Okay, I can write here and followed by, I can highlight like this. This way I'm typing it. Normally, in the given string, you cannot embed double quotes straight away. Here, if you want to put any double quote, if you put something like this, that may give error for us. So you need to go with the backslash. With that, you need to embed that. But with the help of the template strings, you can embed within the here backticks.
Okay.
Okay, so like this, you can use it.
So these double inverted commas are also storing in the string 3 as a data, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Completely, it's like a string save data, double quotes part of the string now in this.
Okay.
Okay, I ask you one question. Do you know any English sentence which uses all the 26 English alphabets?
No.
There is one sentence called "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog."
Mhm.
That is containing all the 26 English alphabets. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog is a sentence in that you contain all the English alphabets.
Oh.
Okay, so next thing, we have template strings here. In the template string, sometimes you can even do the variable substitution. If you want to substitute variable, you can substitute that particular thing. So how I do here, see, let str4 equal to, I want to substitute here. Okay, do I have any variables? X variable is available. Similarly, I have here some p. Okay, there are other variables as well. We have on the top, there are no variables here. Fine, I will define some variables in this now. Okay, so here what I do, let str4 equal to, before this, I can write here x equal to some 100. Okay, similarly, I write y equal to 200. Now in the str4, I want to substitute the x and y. I want to even get the sum of them. So I can go here with the backtick, then write here sum of, okay, sum of, followed by here, I can use dollar, then curly bracket, then I should substitute x. Again, I should write here and dollar, then curly bracket, y, then followed by is here. I can go again with the dollar, then curly bracket, write this as x plus y. Okay, then close the backtick. Now what the str4 is going to contain for us? It is going to contain sum of 100 and 200 is 300. It should print for us. So these are called as template strings. Here we are substituting the value of the variable here. Okay, dollar followed by curly bracket, then x, then close curly bracket, and dollar, then curly bracket y, then close the curly bracket. Is
Just
here
like
dollar x plus
x
y we have
and
written. So this is substituting the values of x and y in the given string.
okay.
Understood this?
Yes. Just like we have F single quotes in the Python.
Yes.
Mm.
So here what I do, f string, that is.
Mm-hmm.
You have f string in the Python. Something similar to that. So alert str4. So now what it should print for us? What do we expect? Sum of here 100 and 200 is 300. This should print for us. Go with this and refresh. What it says here, sum of 100 and 200 is 300. We are getting it.
Mm-hmm.
So in the given string, we are substituting it. So in this string, what we do, we can take other variables and we can substitute here. So this is called as template strings. Am I going little fast, Pooja?
No, you're good.
Okay.
What is it? The quick lazy dog jumped?
So I was
That's
saying
it?
about, yes, I was saying about actually. So normally in the fonts, these things happen, appear for us. So it is basically the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Okay.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog that contains all the 26 English alphabets.
Oh, okay.
It is here, I can type it. Okay, like the quick
Yeah.
brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. Over the lazy dog. So this contains all the 26 English alphabets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here, this is called as template strings. And here we are substituting the variables values. Okay. So next thing, yesterday, I was showing you something on the top. Come there and try to see in the script. So here console.log I have written, I'm not defining any var x here. What happens, see in such cases? When you put like this here, it says undefined. Okay, it says here undefined. Let me run this. It says actually undefined for us. If you go on to the top, you get it as undefined.
Okay.
Very first that one. But here, I just comment in the bottom. Okay, now I refresh. Still it says actually undefined only. Are we getting any errors? No errors. Okay, the variable is not defined in such cases. Fine. Okay, so let us come to this point here. Then after that, so you understood this where we use this strict equality operator. We call this as strict equality operator. Okay. One more concept is pseudo URL. There is a term called pseudo URL. Sometimes we are going to use that particular thing. Okay, it is actually pseudo URL. We call this as pseudo URL. We are using somewhere that particular pseudo URL here. Okay, so where is pseudo URL? Normally, when you have a link, let me create here one more page. So this is going to be 2.html. In this again, doc type declaration. In the bottom I can take it, followed by HTML. Then here, this is head. Then I go here with the body. So here I want to put like H2 tag, heading tag. This is welcome to page 2. Okay, I want to navigate from one page to another page. How can I navigate? So here I use anchor tag, href equal to, here I can type 1.html. Okay, then here write go to page 1. Like this we have. In the same way, in the 1.html, I can put something. Okay, I can go here and put some anchor tag again. Here I can put a href equal to, here it is 2.html. Okay, right here, go to page 2. Like this, I have here link. This is hyperlink. We have anchor tag. This is called as anchor tag. With the help of that, I can move from one page to another page, or I can navigate from one page to another page. Let me refresh this here. Okay, now when you come here, in the bottom, you have, here you have go to page 2. You are coming into page 2 here. You can see this. When you click on the go to page 1, again we come to page 1 here. Entire page is getting loaded for us. Okay, entire page is getting loaded for us. You can see here. So this is called as here link. Okay, but when I click on this here, what happens? The color is changing. Again, when I click on this, so nothing is coming there. Again, when I click on this, it is printing something, but nowhere it's going. When I click here, again it's coming with the red color. So this is called as here pseudo URL, but this is actual URL. What is happening when I click on the anchor tag here, I'm going to another page. Okay, I'm going to another page here, but here what is happening? If you move here, so we don't have any page reference here. Instead, we are actually printing some, we are actually changing color of the link. So how it is see here? Okay, here this is what exactly change my link color. Okay, href equal to, I have written JavaScript console.log, am a JavaScript is written here. So what is happening in such cases? It is going to print here am JavaScript. Once again, if you click on the link, it is printing am JavaScript. Okay, instead of going into some other page, it is executing some JavaScript. Such things are called as here pseudo URL. We call them as actually pseudo URL. Upon clicking on the link, instead of navigating to some another page, what is happening in this case? It is executing some JavaScript. Here, just see. Okay, here this is what a href equal to JavaScript. Then you have console.log am JavaScript, and similarly here alert am JavaScript. So two different statements we are writing. Whenever instead of actually here any page name, if it encounters JavaScript, it is going to be executing this. This will be getting executed. JavaScript will be getting executed here. So am JavaScript is available in the console, and it is going to be showing am JavaScript as alert here. Following this? Okay. So similarly, on the top, what is happening? I'm declaring again, I'm declaring a like anchor tag here, ID equal to lnk href. Then here color equal to, I'm changing here this one. Instead of going with the white, I can go with the black. In such case, it looks actually in the correct manner. Okay, so just refresh this here, cancel. Okay, then cancel. When you come to the bottom, you have like this. It is changed to red color. When it is red, when you click on that changes to black color again. When you click on the black, it's changing to red. If you click on this, it's changing to again black color. So it is looking like a link or looking like an anchor tag, but what it is doing, it is actually interpreting some JavaScript. It is interpreting some JavaScript. So this is called as here pseudo URL. So how that is executing? See here. We have written, you know about anchor tag, I think. Have you seen this example in the HTML, Pooja?
The anchor tag example, pseudo URL.
No, anchor tag is not pseudo URL. Okay.
Yes. Which one you are asking on?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm asking about first anchor tag. So to
Yes,
navigate from one page to another page, or to navigate in the same page from one section to another section, we can use it.
Yeah.
Correct? You
Yes.
can put a name for the section, and with the help of that, you can be jumping in the same section as in the same page as well. Okay. So here, now what is happening in this case? If you see here, a ID equal to lnk href. This is the ID of the this particular element, HTML element. So why do we use ID and why do we use name? What is the relevance of name attribute and ID attribute?
But then if the name is same, like in the radio buttons, I use that. If the name is same, it will take either only one. It selects only one.
Yes.
Instead of both. For the ID, if we give the same IDs for them when we want to access all those group of lines which is having the same ID, we can use it.
No, you cannot have for more than one element same ID. In the radio buttons, what happens? Any one of the options, only one option you can choose of the available 3 or 4 options or 2 options. Okay, you are grouping them as with the help of the name. Name is same for all the radio buttons which fall under one group, but ID has to change. ID is nothing but variable name. You can assume like that.
Okay.
ID is basically the name of the variable. So with the help of the ID, you can manipulate with the JavaScript. Okay, but name, where do we use name? Name we use in the server side. When you submit a form, normally what happens? You take a form. When you click on the submit button, what happens? The form data gets submitted to server side. Okay, server can access those form values who have actually the name attribute. If you don't have name attribute for a particular HTML element, that cannot be accessed by server. The form cannot submit those HTML elements values which do not have actually name attribute. So name is used in the server side. Okay, whereas the ID used by JavaScript. Correct? But if you work with the ASPX pages in the .NET, we use only ID in that, we never use any name. Because that is actually code behind server side, code behind, that means run at server. There is one attribute we use, run at server. Have you used those, Pooja? Okay, so with the help of that, automatically it can create ID as well as name. Because it is ASPX, it can do like that. But normally, you need to have an ID separate and a name separate. If you're just submitting data to server, you can use name. But if you want to process something in the JavaScript, in such cases, you require ID. Okay. So here, what is happening? When somebody is clicking here, when we click on that href is when you click on that link, something happens there. It is going to be executing JavaScript here. Void meaning is what? This function is not going to return anything for us. So here, document.query selector. With the help of the query selector, you can select an element here. We use here hash for the ID purpose. Okay, hash lnk href dot style dot color equal to red. Sometime back in the Python, we have seen ternary operator. We have used some ternary operator in the Python, if you recall. In the same manner, this is a ternary operator. It's called as question mark operator. Okay, from here it is starting for us. Up to this is the first argument we have. Okay, up to this is the first argument. We are retrieving the color of the link element. If that is equal to red, in such case, what happens? It is going to be changing it to here. Blank. 1 minute. Okay, it is going to be changing it to black color. Otherwise, here we have a colon, it is going to be changing it to red color. So basically we are toggling this. Okay, this is working both as a getter and setter. Again, you see here. Here, what is happening? We are just getting the data of it with this. Document dot query selector hash lmk href dot style dot color. When we say it is returning the color which is already with the given link element. Okay, we are comparing with the string here. Okay, if it is red, in such case, what we do now? We do the assignment here. Document dot query selector hash lmk href dot style dot color equal to black. We write. So if it is not red, in that case, it's going to be setting red. Yes, Pooja?
To check whether it is red or black, first we need to allocate something for that, right? But where we are
Yes.
allocating red first?
Automatically, it's black only initially.
Okay.
And one more thing, what condition we are writing, even if it is green, it does not make any difference. Reason, if it is red, then in that case, it's changing to here black. Otherwise, it's changing to red color here. Initial color, some color it takes automatically. I was saying the browser automatically gives a style for us. Normally, what color we have? Black color by default we have for the elements. Even if you don't set color, automatically some color is available for it.
So that is, there is no guarantee that browser will always give black.
Yeah, it
But
gives
is there
by
any
default. It
guarantee that
gives. Yeah, it gives black.
Okay.
But there also no problem in that case, because if the given color is not red, we are writing if it's red. If it's red, what we do? We try to make it black. Otherwise, we are setting it to red in this case. Even if you have blue color, automatically this changes to red color.
Okay.
Correct? So let us go with and try to set the color here. What happens? See, style here equal to what we do? Color. Then we set it as blue here.
Okay.
Okay, now what happens? See, when we run this, you have in which color now?
Blue.
In the blue color you have. Okay, now I click on this. What happens? It goes into red color.
Okay.
Again, when I click on this, what happens? It comes to black color. It's not going to blue color there.
Okay.
Understood the logic?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so like this you can actually do. So this is called as here pseudo URL. We call this as here pseudo URL.
Okay.
Understood these concepts, Pooja?
Yes.
Okay, just 2 minutes we wait, then again we continue.
Okay.
But don't hesitate, don't assume if you don't understand something, do not feel okay. I mean, once when we can't understand, we can't understand that. In asking actually about that doubt, nothing wrong. Okay, so freely you ask whenever you can't understand something.
Okay.
But once you understand basics, advanced concepts can be very simple. We always ignore actually the basic concepts and we look after the advanced concepts. Always this happens. I've seen many programmers, they do that. Okay, they talk about advanced concepts always, but they forget the basics. Depending on the basics only, the advanced concepts are derived. Okay, so understanding basics is very important. Fine, just 2 minutes, after that we resume.
Okay.
Okay. So let us come to page 2. In the page 2, now we try to write more code related to JavaScript. So script
Is it
inside this.
necessary to remember all the syntaxes of the languages we are using, or else we just need to understand how the syntax working, or we need both?
Can you repeat, please?
Is it compulsory to know remember the syntax of all the programming languages we are using now? Like
Yes, you
as a
need
full
to.
stack, we
You need to remember
okay.
that. To some extent, you need to. Otherwise, these
Mm,
IDEs like Visual Studio Code or Visual
mm.
Studio or PyCharm, they can help you. Automatically, they give you hint something is wrong in that.
Okay, for
See?
example, I'm gonna calculate the uh, square of some number. I know
Yes,
that I can use the power power
yes,
function
yes,
keyword, but
yes,
I don't know this how to write the syntax. I didn't remember actually the syntax.
yes, yes. In
Is that
such
condition
cases,
okay?
yes, in such cases, syntax is very important because language they depend on the syntax.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So if syntax is correct, in that case only it can parse, it can convert. Otherwise, it can't convert. So definitely you need to remember syntax. But with practice, automatically you can get it. So you have to switch it to that particular context, depending on the requirement. Suppose you are a full stack developer. Okay. You are working on a web page. You are writing some
Mm-hmm.
HTML code. In that case, you need to use syntax of HTML. If you are writing some CSS code, you need to remember that syntax of the CSS. Similarly, when you are working with,
If I wanna write the HTML code, I know that HTML code has like H1 tags, P tags.
yes,
But when
yes,
we are going into the deep, like pseudo URL, we can't remember all the syntax because they're long.
yes. Okay,
At
that's
that
why
time,
normally sufficient time is given to you. And one more I would
Mhm.
like to tell, programming is something similar to law practicing, medical practicing. For
Mhm.
example, a lawyer argues about a course. The
Mhm.
lawyer without any preparation the person starts arguing. It's not like that. They go through the documentation, they understand relevance of that, then they try to do it. Correct.
Mhm.
In the same way, the medicine doctors also, they see some case studies. Based on that, they come to some conclusion. So here also, for us task is given, then
Mhm.
which one suits logically. First of all, you are going to design the system, then after that you are going to write the code. Okay. So when you write code, if something is giving wrong, then you can refer that online, you can refer and you can do that. Reference always you have to use. You cannot remember all these things, but
Mhm.
basics of syntax you have to know always.
Okay.
Using curly brackets, using parentheses, how to use them, you have to remember
Mhm.
that. That is very much basics. Okay.
Mhm.
But sometimes what happens, how to use certain function or how to use certain keywords. In such case, you can refer online manuals. On the online, you can take help. With the help of that, you can do. No one objects. If someone is objecting, that person is not correct, Pooja. Because no one can remember all these things.
Mhm. Mhm.
Even many functions you have, many methods you have, you cannot remember all the things.
Mhm.
So basic thing is how to do, you have to know. Okay, to some extent, syntax you need to know. To some extent, you need to know the language element and language features.
I can't hear
But
your
each and
voice.
everything you can't remember, it's impossible. Correct? Hello, Pooja, you're saying something?
Yeah, I can't hear your voice till now. I
Okay.
think network connection
So you
is
cannot
not
remember
there.
each and everything, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we should not bother much about that. Normally, when you are developing as a software engineer, when you are working as a software engineer, so the task is given to you, you have to complete it. Some mistakes you may do. So no one should bother about those things. You cannot be typing everything exactly. Okay, that is wrong actually. Ultimately, when you
Actually,
finish your code, it should look better. It should be optimized like that. You need to write code. While writing, if someone is objecting, that person doesn't know about the principles of programming basically.
why this question raised for me is like yesterday when I'm trying to execute my own example as a
Yes.
student. At that time, I understand the example of bike which you gave already.
Yes,
But when I'm trying to write the code for student, I actually need some help from the bike for the syntaxes or something.
yes,
At that time, I felt guilty whether I do really understand the bike example. then I
Yes.
need to write the code for all the students, but I'm taking help from the bike
Yeah, you can use. That's
for
what I'm
syntax.
saying. Always
Mm.
you have to see some code already which is written. You can replicate with the help of that.
Mm.
Okay. So once you complete, your confidence will improve basically. When you see someone's
Mm.
code, when you practice with that, you're ultimately with all these things, what happens is you are not going to remember everything, but your confidence level improves.
Mm. Mm.
Ultimately required thing is that. Otherwise,
Mm.
see, for the last so many years, I have been working nearly, this is 34th year. As a developer, I am working.
Mm.
Okay. I have worked with many languages. So even still, I can remember some syntax in the DBS, how to write. That was actually some 32 years before I have used it. Basic language, VB, how I have written code, still I can remember. But each and every point I cannot remember. So now I need to refer some manual. Accordingly, I should write.
Mm.
Okay, so regarding that, you should not bother much about. But
Okay.
basically, how to write syntax, the syntax differs. In the case of JavaScript, in one way you write, if it is Go language, in the other way you write, if it is actually Python, in the other way you write, you have to know the language basics. That's why.
Mm.
And depending on the requirement, you have to switch, I mean, from one context to another context. Your mood also must be changing. Your thinking also must be changing. Because you are writing a for loop in the JavaScript. You may write for, I mean, int something like where I equal to 0, then I lesser or equal to something like index basis you write. But when you go with the Python, in that case, the syntax differs, the syntax changes there, correct? So, I mean, depending on the language, automatically you have to change your mood also you need to change. So that is called as agility, agile. Then in that case, you can be agile. So the full stack developer is a versatile developer, in my opinion. Do you know Swiss Army knife? Have you heard any time about the Swiss Army knife, Pooja?
No.
Swiss Army knife, it's not just one knife. You have so many, I mean, different components in that. It can do different kinds of works. Just can you type what is Swiss Army knife?
Okay.
Search it, Swiss Army knife. So full stack developers are compared with the Swiss Army knife. Okay, full stack developers have to be versatile. They have to deal with multiple languages. Okay, you deal with HTML, you deal with CSS, you deal with the JavaScript, you may deal with, you may be dealing with the React.js or Angular. You talk about the databases. You actually do something with the JSON. Then some same time you do with some Python language or Go language. You are going to be using all these things. So you are skillful in number of things. Just like a Swiss Army knife. You got any message about, you got any information about Swiss Army knife?
Yes, we have so many.
Yes, so many tools
Options.
inside that you have. In the same manner, full stack developer is. Okay, so multiple skill sets you have in the full stack development. So why we require full stack developers? The reason is, suppose some person is developing in the front end, somebody is developing in the back end. You have more and more latency in that case. Okay, what is written by front-end developer? I mean, what is written by back-end developer? So communication between these two people can be sometimes more and more time consuming. You have more latency. Suppose you are a front-end developer, you are a back-end developer. In that case, very quickly you can understand. Requirements also you can understand very quickly in that case. Am I correct?
Yes.
Otherwise, the front-end developer has to convey whatever the front-end developer requires to the back-end developer. Back-end developer has to understand, then has to give in return. Okay. And similarly, whenever back-end developer is developing, the person is sending some data, you think. What is the format of the data? That has to be explained to the front-end developer. So this is going to be time consuming. That's what I'm saying, latency in this case. Okay. I mean, making things to understand is taking more time, more and more time. So there's going to more and more latency that you can avoid if you're a full stack developer. So, I mean, remembering syntax to some extent is required, but you need not remember all the things all the time. Automatically, that comes into your mind as you practice more and more.
Okay.
Okay, so here now I'm going into 2.html. In this, I'm going to, now we are going to explore the operators. You understood arithmetic operators, Pooja? Yesterday, have you done with that?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we have done with the basic data types we have seen. So arithmetic operators we have seen. Then assignment also we have seen. Logical operations we can see now. Similarly, conditional operator just now we saw there. When you click on the link, what is happening? From red color to which color? That was actually like the black color, or from black to red, it is actually changing. So that is basically a ternary operator. If you see here, this is a ternary operator. Okay, so it's a question mark operator, conditional operator, as well as ternary operator. We are using here with the pseudo URL. Here, if you see, okay, this is called as here a ternary operator or a question mark operator or a conditional operator. Okay, it is just like an if condition, but it can return simply values there. It can return values here, either black value or it can set, or red value it can set here in this. Okay, like this is basically working for us. So this is a ternary operator for us. Fine. So next thing here, we see the logical operators. Okay, for that purpose, I want to design here a form. I want to define here some kind of UI. Okay, on the top, I put this way, div. Okay, then here, class equal to, I don't use anything here, not required div, I have taken here. So in the 1.html, am I using any bootstrap library? I'm not using anything, fine. So therefore here, div I have taken, followed by inside this, I'll go this way, enter subject 1 marks. Okay, followed by here, go with the input, type equal to here, text. Okay, then I require here ID equal to subject 1. ID equal to subject 1 here. I enter this. And you can even go with the value here. Value equal to value or placeholder. Placeholder equal to here. You can write as please enter subject 1 marks. You can put in that manner. Okay. After that, I should go into next line. Then what I should do to move cursor into next line? If I press enter key, does it go into next line, Pooja?
Yes. Okay.
It will not go. Okay. So HTML is going to treat the enter key, the tab as actually white space. That means it's going to treat like only one space. So therefore, we require here BR tag, break tag that is. With the help of that, we can move into next line. Okay. So here we take like this, then try to put it here. This is what exactly subject 2 here and subject 2 marks. In the same way, here we go with this, then enter subject 3 marks. Okay, so this is here subject 3. We write this as subject 3 marks. Okay, now based on this, I want to find here result. Okay, I can put this here, this one as result. Then this is a span. Okay, what is the difference between span and div, span and paragraph?
For the paragraph, I mean, it will, the matter which is inside the p tag, it will print as a paragraph, and the span, if you wanna like div is for the whole class, like bunch of, we wanna group the bunch of the statements, and we use div. And for the span, I think only the small words.
So div and H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 and horizontal line. Okay, and the paragraph are called as block level elements. Always they start at a new line. They are going to be starting at a new line. Okay, but span is what? In line. After result, you can go with the span there. Okay, so if I put here span, instead of span, I put here div, then I show you div, then followed by I close div here, then id equal to, I want to put this as result. Then followed by I put here br. Again, I'm going to be breaking this. The next thing, this is giving you result. Okay, it's going to give result. Then we take here total, but here I use span. Okay, id equal to, this is total. Okay, so here we should get actually the total in this now. This is span. Here we have to enter that. Next thing is what, after this, you have to go with the grade. Okay, grade we take, then followed by span. Here id equal to grade. Then here we're going to have that. Okay, but where we need to put that, whenever it should happen, we take a button. When you click on the button, it should happen for us. Button here, id equal to, okay, find result. The id also not required for this. Instead of id, we can go here with the event, on click event. Okay, on click equal to, here we write this one as find result. A function we need to define here. Based on that, it has to work. So get result. Okay, like this we have written. So this is a div. Inside the div we have these things. We have total 3 subject marks, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. Okay, and here, okay, so here we have taken IDs like sub1, sub2 and sub3. This is result, this is total, and this is grade. So when you click on the button, it has to give us the result. It has to give the total value. It has to give us the grade. How, when we click on the button, this should happen. Okay, how we can do that? With the help of the JavaScript, we can do it. Okay, now in the script, what we do, we define a function. What is that function name? To define function, we use keyword function, followed by here, find result. Okay, normally when you write functions, you have to use the camel case. Find followed by result. Like this, you need to do. So this is called as your camel case. What is camel case exactly? Very first word is in the lower case. Subsequent words are going to be in the sentence case.
Okay.
Find completely in the lower case, but result, in the result, very first word, very first character is actually in the upper case, rest are actually in the lower case. Correct?
Yes.
So now we need to invoke this particular function when we click on the on click. Okay, we click, but how to calculate result? What is the condition we have to use in that case? So we need to retrieve value from this particular which one? This is subject 1. This is input box. From that we need to get. So how to get that? Yeah, for this purpose, we write here where s1 equal to, we have programming like this, document dot get element by id. Okay, document dot get element by id. What is the name of the id? Here id is useful this way, subject 1 followed by here dot value. The value of s1 is taken here.
Okay.
Similarly, we go here with the var s2, then write here document dot get element by id. Then this is going to be here subject 2, then dot value. Okay, var s3 equal to here document dot get element by id. Okay, then here sub 3 followed by here dot value. We retrieve values like that. Okay, whatever value we have in the subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, we enter. But here condition, what condition we need to use? If any one of them is not a number, in that case, we should not proceed. All of them must be numbers. So here I use the logical OR operator for that purpose. I use here if condition, or else I can write like this. Okay, if condition I take here, I take if here, S1 is nan. Is nan can return a true or false value depending on the value. S1, okay, similarly, or is nan S2 or
We
is
need to use
nan.
and, right? For all these three subjects, we need to be integer.
Yes, but if any one of
Then
them is
and.
not nan, in that case, we can return this one. Okay, if any one of them is actually not a number, we can go that way. Getting my point here? So here I'm using OR operator. If any one of them is not a number, in that case, we just return there. Understood? Either S1 is not a number, or S2 is not a number, or S3 is not a number. Because while entering, you can even enter ABC there. If you enter ABC, what will happen in such cases? You cannot calculate result.
So if or will return any one is false, also it will return true. Any one is true and two are false, then it will
Yes.
return true, right? Or
no, in this case, if either S1 is not a number, or S2 is not a number, or S3 is a not number, or any two of them are not numbers, when all are not numbers, in that case, it's going to be just returning. It will not calculate anything.
okay.
So that's the logic I'm using. And here in the result also you can set. Otherwise, what you do, you can write this way. Okay, here document dot get element by ID. Okay, get element by ID. Then here, what is the ID I have to use here? Result. Then here, dot followed by inner text I can write. So div cannot be value. It is going to be inner text equal to, you can write like result cannot be calculated.
Then this X is going to assign for the result.
Yes,
if
because
that condition true. Okay.
Result cannot be calculated, because you can understand from that. So now let us try to go with this and try to run the HTML2. Here we come into page 2. You have something like this here. Okay, I enter some 34, then enter 78, enter 77, click on the get result. Okay, nothing is happening, but one of them I take as here AB. So still nothing is happening. What is the problem? Let us see in this. More tools and go with the developer tools. Somewhere you have actually the problem, find result. So the function is not existing, it says, because here we define as uppercase R. Okay, so go with this now, try to see this time what happens. Once again, refresh this. Enter 34, enter 67, enter 78. Okay, what it says here is nan is not defined. Again, this is a lowercase n you have. Here, if you see the last two, okay, so that is not available. Here, this is case sensitivity. Now, in this case, this should work. Click on this, again enter 45, then 78, one more thing is 90, click on get result. So we don't get any error in this case. Get result, when you say, we are not getting anything. That means all of them are nothing but numbers. So therefore, now we try to add here to this else class. Okay, else, write console dot log all are numbers. All are numbers. Whether this prints or not, we can check here. Again, refresh this here, go with 34, then 67, then 56, click on get result. What is happening? Is it printing anything? Nothing is getting printed. Okay, message you have here, all our numbers, it's printing for us. It's printing all our numbers. Everything is a number here. Okay.
Mhm.
So suppose I put here A, B. What happens in such cases? Click on the get result. Result cannot be calculated, it's printing. You can see here, result cannot be
But
calculated.
okay, but all our numbers is the message is still appearing here. Wow.
No, this is AB. No, this is earlier printed one.
Previous. Okay.
I can
Okay.
clear console. Now I can go with the get result here. So it says
Okay.
result cannot be calculated.
Okay. Mhm.
You are getting that message. Okay, let us try to go to total calculation. What happens? See in that. When we click on the button. So here we try to print. Okay, document dot get element by ID. Again, here it is. This is what get element by ID, and this is here total equal to total dot total inner text equal to, we try to write this way,
S1 plus
S1 plus S2 plus S3. Okay, then followed by we need to convert all this to string. You have to convert to string, this one to string. With the help of that we can convert. Okay, or else what you can do, earlier I have shown example, that is some template string. Here write var x equal to, okay, here you can go with the this one, then dollar symbol you can use, followed by here S1 plus S2 plus S3. You can write this, then close actually this one, then substitute here X. Okay, now what do we get see in this example? I enter 45, then 78, then 89, get result. It is saying 45, 78, 89. Why it is so?
as a string, it is giving
It's
just assigning
because,
the next
yeah,
value.
string, you need to convert that into numbers. Into number, you need to convert that. Conversion is required here. Okay, so what we have to do in such cases, you can go here with the parse int. With the help of parse int, you can do it. Individually, you need to parse. Again, parse int. You can convert into integer.
Can we
Okay,
directly pass them, I mean, change them into the integer and store it in S1, like when by getting
but here
document
also
dot
we can
get?
do. Here also we can do, but there can be some problem sometimes if you try to put their int. What is the problem I show? Now let us see first of all result here. Okay, so just refresh. You have to go with the 45, 78 and 90. What is the result in this case? 45 plus 78 is going to be 123. 123 plus 90 is here 200 and I think 13 we need to get here. You are getting result as 213 in this case. Okay, so as you said, if I try to use here only if I use, there can be a problem. Now I remove this here. I want to remove parse int here. Then we try to calculate S1. As you said, you can do, but there can be a problem in such cases. Okay, so here S3 you have. Now let us try to put here itself as you told, int. Okay, then similarly here also we try to put int. And here also I want to put int before that. Okay, so what will happen with that? See here. Just try to refresh. Enter 45, enter 78, enter 90, get result. Okay, so int is not defined, it says. It is not int parse, sorry, parse int. I need to put that. Okay, so here also parse int. And here also I have to go with the parse int. false int is a predefined function that can convert the string into here integer. Refresh. 55, then 45, then again 75. 175 we are getting in this case. There is no problem now. Okay. But here if I put AB, what will happen? See. AB result cannot be calculated, it says. Because it can't be converted to here number.
Yes.
This AB cannot be converted to number. Okay, that can be giving some problem. Yes, Pooja?
Even we write the, can you go back to the code once?
Yes.
Even though when we change them individually into the string, at
Yes.
that time also if we entered AB as the input, then it will show the same as it is showing now, right?
Before that, it is checking in the here.
Okay.
Is nan we are checking or not? The
So
control will not.
Directly
Yes.
we don't need to check the condition because we are changing them. Yeah.
Yes, we are changing, but what happens? Like if you enter AB, what will happen in such cases? Correct? Here you are converting, but suppose if you if you enter AB, what is happening in that case? One of the things is not a number. Okay, that can be giving error. Correct? It is going to give error. You will not get the exact result what you're supposed to get. Such
But
things
in
you
this
can
case, we
handle
are
with
not
the help of
getting
that.
it, but in some other cases, it may come error. That's what you are trying to
Yes.
convey.
So this is runtime error you get.
Okay.
You are going to get runtime error. That's why we are handling in this manner. Now here we are getting this one. This is fine. Next thing, we need to calculate here result. So result we can calculate using here a ternary operator only. Okay, here write where res equal to. So what I do here, I can compare this way. S1 less than 40 or S2 less than 40 or S3 less than 40 here. What I should do in such cases? I should say this as fail. Otherwise, this is pass.
Okay.
This condition I am using here, followed by I need to go here. Next thing is what here, whatever we have in the same area, we need to write this one as res. Now see the result, what happens. Okay, once again, we need to refresh because code we added 55, then 45, then you have 90. Get result. So you're getting result as pass, but total is coming to the right side, whereas pass is coming in the next line. It should come in the same line. Why it is coming like that? Because I'm using div for that.
If we use span in the result, then
yes,
then
it comes in the same line without any difficulty. So span is in line. Okay. So it is actually container. It can contain other text, but div always starts at a new line. Okay, div is starting actually at a new line. So here, instead of going with the div, let us go with the span here. Here also now we put span, then try to see the result. Okay, now refresh this here, then enter 45, then 66, then some 90. Now this time you are getting result pass, total 201, 201 we are getting. Okay, so this time we got. And here we are using ternary operator for this purpose. Okay, even for grade also we can use ternary operator, but that can be little complex. Let us write that also. Where grade equal to, first condition is what here? Okay, first, what is the first condition we use?
The grade.
Yeah, so
if it's
this one,
than then
Yes.
maybe
Here write
2.5,
again
then
where total equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3 we need to write. So first condition is what here? We go this way. Okay, first condition grade equal to
why we are not directly using x again, why we
X
are
is a
not
string. X is a string and this is a number. X is what? This is nothing but a string.
but we
Let us try
converted
to.
all those values into the integer.
No, they are not integer. That is a string. Let us try to print the type of the data there. Console.log here, followed by type of X. Okay. So type of X we take and we try to see there what we get. So first let us try to print here type of X and what do we get? See in that. So refresh, then go here with the 55, then 34, then 56, get result. It is saying string here, see. How can you compare string for less than 100, something like that? How can you compare the string? You cannot compare, correct?
Mm.
So that is actually giving a string only. This is called as template string, I told.
But the
Here,
S1, S2, S3 individually are integers. When we are adding all the integers, the
yes,
result will be the integer, right?
integer.
Where we
But
are
where we are substituting into a string, it is. This is nothing but template string. When you put something in the
okay.
single,
So
this
if we
one, converting
we
into string
can
only, that is.
okay, why we are converting them into the string there?
Because I want to show here text, like text only ultimately total you are showing, not for calculation, just to show in the which one in the total span I want, it has to be text only. So I'm writing it as X in that case.
Okay.
Ultimately inner text, text means what you need to show on the string, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm converting into string, then I'm showing here that result.
Okay.
So next step here, I want to calculate grade. When I want to calculate grade, how to calculate grade? First of all, the result we need to consider. Okay, res equal to, this is what? Pass. Result must be first of all pass.
Instead
Okay.
of taking the another variable, can I also write like var of x is equal to the int of x, like that?
Where you are saying? Okay, you can write that also, you can write.
Mm.
Okay, you can write, but just I'm calculating that way. So here what I'm writing, var grade equal to res not equal to pass.
Mm.
Okay, if it's not equal to pass, then in such case what? Grade is going to be nil, first thing. Else, if it is actually pass, result is pass, then you have to go with the other conditions. So what condition? Then we write here, total marks we have to see. Total greater than or equal to 240. Then this is here distinction. Okay.
Mm.
Distinction. Okay. So otherwise, you need to go with the other kind of operation again. Total greater than or equal to 180. In such case, what happens? This is going to be here first. Else, what happens in such cases? Another if condition we have to use here. Total
Greater than 150.
greater than or
second.
equal to 150. In such case, this is going to be here second.
Mm.
Okay, then else this is what here? Third. We take like this, then we close the bracket. This way what we do, we are nesting actually inside this. In one condition, another condition we are nesting. So this is called as nested ternary operator.
Okay.
Okay, here we go to this, then write document dot get element by ID. Okay, get element by ID. Then we have to go with the grade here. Grade dot again inner text. We have to go with the inner text. Then here write this one as grade.
Okay.
Now we are going to get the grade even. So using ternary operator itself, we are trying to do. Now enter here 45, then 99, then again 90 we enter, get result. So it says pass, marks are 234, grade is what first. Like this we are actually finding the here grades, grade as well as total, and one more thing is result we are finding. So using just ternary operator here.
But in line number 910, there is no semicolon. Why it's not showing?
Not required. I told yesterday the same thing. It is not mandatory to put semicolon. Automatically, the Java, the browser and JavaScript are going to be embedding them.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
As per the latest version, it's not mandatory putting semicolons
Okay.
at the end of the line. Okay, so like this, you are calculating here the total, the result, and one more thing is grade. Understood this?
Yes.
This one, have you understood the calculation of grade? So how
Yes,
grade is getting calculated? You understood that?
Yes.
So this is important actually. This has gone. I completely moved that side. Okay, edit. What did we say? Nothing happens in this case if I go with undo. Okay. I cannot resize certain things now. Okay, fine. Later on I see. So what is happening in this case? We can calculate in this manner. Okay, this much it is taking. Fine. Again, if I go with this way, we are getting it. So here we have created button. Upon clicking on the button, it is calculating the result, total marks, as well as grade. Okay.
Are you trying to put whole code in the screen?
Yes, on this, when I
Then
click
you
on
can
this.
minimize.
Yes.
Minimize
Once again, if you click on this way you can get Explorer. Okay. So can you rewrite the same code using if condition? For calculating result as well as the grade, can you use if condition?
Yes.
If else, with the help of that, can you do it?
Okay. Are you asking me a question or giving me a task?
Yes, this is a task only for you.
Okay, I'll do it.
You need to rewrite this with the with what exactly, with the I mean using if condition, not actually any ternary operator. I am showing you here ternary operator, but you need to do with the like if with if condition.
Okay, in the grade, I need to use the if condition. Right?
Even to get result, pass or fail, as well as grade for two things.
Okay.
Okay, but instead of using logical or operation, try to use logical and operation.
Okay.
The logic changes in such cases slightly. Okay, in that case, what you do, logical and operation you are going to use. Here also to calculate grade, logical or operation only, and operation try to use there.
Okay.
Just 1 minute. Hello, Pooja. One small thing. Okay, are you hearing me, Pooja?
Yes, yes.
So due to festival today, what is happening? I'm getting calls, and one more thing,
Okay.
few relatives may be coming. So
Okay.
we end now. Tomorrow we'll do, but
Okay.
you can whatever I gave. So just go through them.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'll,
Okay. So tomorrow we do for more time, but today just
okay.
okay.
And can you share me this code? This
Yes, I'll
HTML
share.
1, 2.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thank
Now
you.
itself I share. So after stopping this, I share. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.